Okay, here we are now to the grill cooking the steak. The easiest part there is. When I come out, I like to have the grill preheated, look at the temperature, and it be about 450 to 500 degrees. The key to cooking the steak is the searer. If you could zoom in and try to show them this searer plate. This is quite common, can be found in most grills. If you really shop around, I see them at Sears, Walmart. Grills as cheap as $300 that come with the searing plate, and I mean a high-end restaurant one dinner can be $300. And let me show you what the main difference is. This side of the grill is a regular grill, and we have it at full blast, and you can tell that our grates are about 600 degrees, and that's about as hot as we can get this side of the grill. But this side of the grill over here shuts our reader off at 1,000 degrees. We'll start to come out here and we'll start to, oh, I'm starting to burn my own hand, I'm getting so close. 600, but as we get over top of the searer, we start topping off at 1,000 degrees, we shut off. So what we do is we got two timers. One set for 1.5 minutes and one set for 8.5 minutes. Here's our steak after marinating for about 3 hours at room temperature, and we're just going to throw it on that searer. We'll shut the door, and we're going to let it sear on that side for 1.5 minutes, and we'll be back. Okay, so here we are, we're back. It's been 1.5 minutes, and the steak is on fire. But don't worry, we're creating the crust that we're looking for, and we're searing this steak. We got some nice lines on that. We're just going to recover it. We're going to reset again for another 1.5 minutes on the second side. 1.5 minutes later, and we'll be back. Steak is still searing. The steak is almost done for all intents and purposes. Now we're just going to pull it over to the other side for 8.5 minutes now. I like to keep my searer on. Set it down, turn it low though, but I want to make sure that I really maintain that temperature in that grill. I mean, we've got 8.5 minutes. We want to cook it. We don't want to take it off and then restart the cooking again. It just really ruins the whole texture of the steak. You want to nail it the first time. That's why everything from room temperature, the temperature of the grill, timing, and thickness of the steak. Remember, that steak was 1.5 inches thick. Ask the butcher. Most times you buy them out the shelf, they're only going to be 1.25 inches. You want 1.5 inches. We'll be back. 8 minutes and 30 seconds. Show you what's going on. I haven't touched it since we left. Grill's been closed. Gonna open it up. It looks incredible. The lines that we have on this thing, it's just really starting to come out right. Now, I'm just going to flip it over, just in case too much charring is starting to take place. I want to make sure we get that equally and not too much on one side. So, we're going to continue with the rest of our cook time. We're ending. We'll be back. 8.5 minutes. Got a nice plate up here, because this is the last part of cooking the steak. We're going to take that off. We're going to cover it up, and we're going to let it cook on this plate for another 2 to 3 minutes. And when we open that up, as dry as it looks when we put it on the plate, the bottom of the plate is just going to be covered in juices. So we'll come back in another 3 minutes and show you the steak. Okay. We let the steak sit. There's them juices. Doesn't look like much, but for this steak, more than enough. Now, we'll come right in here. I'm going to carve that fillet right out of there. And we're a little pink in here, but still oh so eatable. I always like to cut it cross grain too. Look at that. We've got our charring, our brown, and nice and red throughout. And that's the fillet. You can tell how soft that's cutting right there.
Mmm.
Good?
Very good.
Unbelievable.
Delicious.
Now, you serve this as a full steak with a small little salad to a friend that's coming over. There's not many people that can eat it. But you could also cook it the same way. Chop it up. Make steak Diane. Some other type of recipe with the steak. Even grill fajitas with steak. I mean, it's just an unbelievable. Now, this one steak could feed 2 people if you're going to slice it up into fajitas. And it's just perfect. Look at the char on the outside. Nice and red inside. You can tell how it's pulling apart. It's not that chewy. Good luck. Impress. Enjoy.